One day, Henry wanted to rest. He was tired after a long day's work. Percy was talking to Bill and Ben at the sheds. He was telling them about the time he had braved bad weather to help Thomas's passengers to return home.
It was raining hard, the storm was picking, and water was swelling under my boiler. I couldn't see where I was going, but I struggled on to finish the job.
Oh, Percy, you are brave. It must have been hard for you to carry on.
Well, it was nothing really. I barely know anyone who can still carry on through the water. After all, water is nothing to an engine with determination.
That was very good, Percy. Tell us more.
At last, Henry backed into the sheds feeling exhausted.
What are you engines doing here? You know this shed is for Sir Topham Hatt's engines. I'm tired and I don't want any fuss about hero stories. Now go away, you silly things.
Bill and Ben puffed away, feeling offended. At last, Percy, who had been enjoying himself, lost patience.
First of all, I am not talking about hero stories. I was just telling about the time I helped Thomas. Secondly, they're not silly.
They are silly, and so are you. Water is nothing to an engine with determination. You wouldn't last a second in the water.
Pah! You're the one to talk. You couldn't get out of the tunnel because of the rain. No wonder the Fat Controller locked you up in the tunnel. Because you're too afraid of water in general.
Henry was about to tell Percy what he thought when Percy cheekily interrupted.
Anyways, I'm not afraid of water. I like it. That's why I saved Thomas's passengers from the flood.
Percy ran off to the harbour singing.
Once an engine attached to a train was afraid of a few drops of rain. It went into a tunnel and squeaked through with funnel and wouldn't come out again.
No one ever lets me forget the time I wouldn't come out of the tunnel in case the rain spoilt my paint.
When Percy reached the harbour, he found Thomas on the quay. Thomas was looking at an old board. It read, "Danger! Engines must not pass this board."
We mustn't go past it. That's the rules.
Why?
Danger means falling down something. I went past danger once and fell down a sinkhole at the mine. I learnt my lesson after that.
Percy looked beyond the board. He was in disbelief about Thomas's story. He didn't know that the foundation at the quay had sunk. The rails sloped downward to the sea.
Oh, stupid board. Ugh.
Day after day, he tried to sidle past the board, but his driver stopped him every time. One day, as he made his way to the harbour again, he whispered to the trucks.
Will you give me a bump when we get to the quay?
The trucks were surprised. They had never been asked to bump an engine before. They giggled and chatted about it all the way through the journey.
At least driver doesn't know my plan.
On!
Percy thought they were helping.
I'll pretend to stop at the station, but the naughty trucks will push me past the board. Then I'll make them stop. I can do that whenever I like.
If Percy hadn't been so conceited, he would have never been so careless. Every wise engine knows you cannot trust trucks. They reached the quay and Percy stopped. That was the signal for the trucks. They bumped Percy's driver and fireman off the footplate.
Go on!
Percy was frantic, but it was too late. Percy was sunk.
You really are a very disobedient engine.
Percy knew that voice. He groaned.
Please, sir, get me out, sir. I am truly so sorry, sir.
Sorry, Percy, but we can't do that till high tide. I hope this will teach you to obey orders.
Yes, sir.
Percy shivered. He was cold. The fishes were playing hide and seek through his wheels. It was dark when Percy brought cranes to rescue Percy. Percy was cold and too stiff to move by himself. The next day, he was sent to the works on Henry's train.
Well, you're back from your trip to the water. Did you like it?
Well, you see, no.
I'm surprised, Percy. You need more determination. You said it yourself. Water is nothing to an engine with determination. Ah, well, perhaps you'll like it better next time.
But Percy was quite determined that there won't be a next time.